Can we go back a little ways with
How
you?
far back?
Well, as far back as we... How about all the way back to Chicago? Would that be your early days in vaudeville, Chicago?
Well, actually, it started in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, where I made up my mind to do my single act, and then I went to Cleveland, my hometown, so I could be near the food while I was breaking in, you know.
What did it? What made you decide to go into the business?
Well, what made me? We had a double act, and we worked up here at B.S. Moss's Franklin when it was big time. We were on number 2, and we went out there. We thought we had an act. And we did the act, and we rushed out twice to get 2 bows. Had to work real fast. And after the show, the manager came up, and he had Hope and Burn, and we rushed to the staircase. We were on about the 3rd or 4th floor. And we said, yes, we thought it was another day somewhere or something, you know. And he said, you can at least put on some makeup and look good. So I got the idea we ought to change our act or something, you know. So we went out to the west, and I got this chance to announce in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. And that, I got a couple of laughs. That encouraged me. So I went to Cleveland and broke in my act. And we used to do some great jokes like, where do the bugs go in the wintertime? You can search me. You know, stuff like that.
And were you hungry ever? Can you remember having...
I actually wasn't too hungry, but I starved in Chicago. I stood around on the streets of Chicago trying to get a date. I just changed my name from Leslie Towns Hope to Bob Hope.
Leslie Towns.
Good old Bob, because it sounded rugged, you know.
Yeah.
And I was just about ready to give up and go back home with my big sack of laundry, and I met a friend, and I got a date, and started in there.
A date in the show, but you mean a job?
Yeah, a job.
Yeah.
And I got $25, which was just like, you know, $1,000 to me, because I'd been making $10. And I played Detroit, Michigan last weekend, State Fair. And I got a lot of money. But I stood in the wings and I said, just think, here I played. In 1928, I was making $5, and I'd go on for nothing just to practice, you know. Mm-hmm. But when I was being paid, I'd get $5 or $10. And I sat there going, and believe me, I got a lot of money at Detroit. And I figured it out, though, after taxes, I was getting about the same.
25.
About $10.
Yeah.
Take home.
Now, you know, some people in the business have made a fortune and lost it. And you've been known for being very good with money. Is that something you inherited? Or
No, I was kind of lucky. Bing and I went into oil, and we made a lot of money in oil. And you know, these things you hear about, my money has been all just blown out of proportion, really. Yeah. Now, I am wealthy. I am wealthy. I've got quite a bit of money, you know, considering, but I'm nothing like they print in these magazines. That's a true story.
Why do they do that?
I don't know. They do things for sensational copy, you know. Yeah. And
you don't need any, do you?
No, but you
don't need any money.
Yes, Dick. Yes. Well, I'd like to get back to the hotel, Dick.
But that's been exaggerated. But you're being the wealthiest man in the world.
Pay, and you know how I play benefits. Yeah. Anything to help the needy. I say, no, but it is blown up, way out of proportion. Seriously, because they had me like I was nudging Paul Getty, you know?
That's right.
In fact, Jack Benny did a line at some dinner when I was the guest of honor, and he said, Bob is so wealthy he refers to Howard Hughes as getting along well.
It's right in his style, yeah.
When Crosby is the one that has the money, he's got the big bills lit. You remember the big bills? He's
the old dollars.
Still got a lot of those. I want to tell you, and I'm sure he's figured out a way to take it with him, because
I remember
I saw him buying an asbestos suitcase the other day.
I remember it. So that's
some of the good things.
Yeah. I remember a joke. I wouldn't say Crosby's rich, but he's the only man I know who has a billfold with curb feelers. You remember curb feelers years ago on cars?
I love it. You remind me of what I was telling you about being here in New York when I was in Roberta. You know, I was single. I was single in New York with about 25 gorgeous girls in the show. I had I had Pierce Arrow, town car, and a chauffeur. I used to sleep in a high hat, you know. So a little confetti. And I was pretty good looking.
Single and a Pierce Arrow.
I used to drive down Broadway, and man, I used to have to beat those gals off the running boards.
Running boards.
Running boards?
What?
Running boards, anybody?
I think the stagehands remember running boards.
I love
curb
it.
feelers.
That's great.
What would you have done if you had come back with that big bag of laundry from Chicago and you just decided, I cannot make it in the business and that's it, and I'm changing my... What would you have done?
I have no idea. You know, how are you going to tell? I'd have probably become a great dramatic actor or something, you know. Something super, I'm sure.
Were you a good student when you were in school?
No, not too
Not good.
No, I was too interested in other things.
Were you any good in math?
Yeah, I counted pretty well.
Yeah. I wondered if you had a strong subject as a kid.
No, I was. I was pretty good in math. And I was pretty good in singing because I liked the singing teacher. And I was very good. She used
Singing
to
teacher was
bite me over every once in a while.
a lady.
It's all clean.
Ever been tempted to be psychoanalyzed?
Not up till now.
Is this helping? Yeah. We have to take a message. We'll be right back.
All right.